everyone. My name is Aubrey Dan. As a presenter, a co-producer, and producer, Dancap Productions continues our commitment to bring the best of Broadway and London's West End Theatre to Toronto. In 2009, Dancap Productions will continue to bring musicals to Toronto theatre lovers. And I'm especially delighted to announce that we will launch our new show lineup by presenting the pre-Broadway hit musical, Happy Days. Woo! Based on the popular television sitcom series, this family-friendly musical will have the audiences rocking and rolling all week long. It's a real treat to see that the TV show that I grew up with in the mid-70s is still very popular today. Some things get better over time, especially when they become a musical. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome Oscar, Grammy, Golden Globe Award-winning Hall of Fame songwriter, Mr. Paul Williams.
Paul Shaw just said to me, now don't screw this up. Welcome everybody, I'm really glad you're here. It's an honor for me to be back in Toronto. I have amazing memories of Toronto, and then I have some great times in Toronto that I don't remember at all. The story of Happy Days is basically, it's a pretty simple story. You know, Fonz is kind of stuck in his 50s life, you know. The world is sort of moving on, the kids are graduating from school, and all of a sudden there's a local crisis. They're gonna tear down Arnold's. Arnold's the epicenter of teenage life in Milwaukee, and it's a crisis. And the show is generally about solving this crisis, but it's also about Fonz coming to terms with the fact that you got to grow up, and so they hired an expert on growth to write these songs. There's a great love. Thank you. There's a great love story in I won't get into all the specifics. There's one key element you got to remember about Fonzie. Fonzie could never say he was wrong. In fact, he couldn't even get the word wrong out. It always came out with "r." So part of the process of growing up is learning to discover your mistakes, admit to them, make amends, and move on.
Goodbye gray skies, hello blue.
There's nothing can hold me when I hold you.
Feels so right, can't be wrong. Rockin' and rollin' all night long. These days are ours, share them with me. Oh yeah! All right!
Yeah!
That's time!
Your father's going to buy you a car, dear. Just as soon as he finds one with no back seat.
The Happy Days musical takes place in 1959, just before the 60s started.
Of hula hoops and poodle skirts, the latest.
All the characters are there.
I think I heard my name. Happy and free. These happy days are yours and mine. These happy days are yours and mine. Happy
My name's Paul Shaw, and along with Aubrey and the entire Dancap team, I'm really excited to be here today as we continue to bring the best of Broadway and London's West End to Toronto. As a presenter, a co-producer, and a producer, Dancap Productions is dedicated to embracing the Canadian theatre scene. Canada is a tremendous pool of talent that includes actors, designers, directors, musicians, and the craftspeople. And as a keystone of Canada's entertainment industry, live theatre must continue to provide opportunities for this incredible pool of Canadian talent. With that in mind, I'm really proud to announce that Dancap Productions has created a partnership with the Charlottetown Festival. And together, we will co-produce the show that tells the story of our most famous heroine, Canada's best-loved musical, Anne of Green Gables. And this afternoon, we have with us an incredibly special guest. As an actor, he has appeared in all major cities across the country, as well as on Broadway and in the West End. He has hosted his own radio and television shows, and is also the author of a number of books, of which I've got all. And he has recently written a book called Anne of Green Gables, the musical, 100 Things You Didn't Know. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the adapter of the book and the co-lyricist of the musical Anne of Green Gables, Canada's own Don Herod.
Thank you. And thank you, Aubrey Dan, for bringing together Liza Doolittle, takes a year later, and Shirley. But it's the same basic story. Cinderella, the loser who comes out on top. But somebody asked me about 10 years ago what my greatest contribution, my greatest success was. And I said, finding jobs for 10,000 professional actors in Canada. And that was 10 years ago, so I think it's almost doubled by then.
Anne of Green Gables never changed. We like you just this way. Anne of Green Gables, sweet and strange, stay as you are today.
We clearly requested a boy.
What they wanted, I
guess that a girl's not so
badly we needed a boy.
Could help out on the
A farm could look after
It's
itself.
selfish to think of myself.
I am partial to boys.
Please, Mrs. Lind, your rage rescind. Please, Mrs. Lind, I know I've sinned. Please, Mrs. Lind, I'm out of wind. Ice cream, the mixing is most enjoyable of ice cream, and no one is unemployable in our scheme. You've got to keep on the double till it's set. You bet. Chill, mix, cover it up tight, turn, crank. Can't you do it right? You help. This is no time to fight. Keep on with the churning and soon you'll be turning out ice cream. It's out of this world for tastiness, but ice cream can never be made with hastiness. So our dream is bound to be just a little overdue. How true.
For families who are in search of a true holiday spectacular, Dancap Productions is delighted to announce that our next show in the 2009 series is a critically acclaimed, record-breaking Broadway production of Dr. Seuss' How the Grinch Stole Christmas. As both an investor and a producer of this show, Dancap is proud to bring this heartwarming musical to Toronto theater lovers from November 2009 through January 2010. Furthermore, we are thrilled to announce that our vision for the future of Dancap Productions will be realized as we will create and build our own production of How the Grinch Stole Christmas here in Toronto.
You get the feeling they like Christmas.
Who likes Christmas? Who's like Christmas? Christmas, present and future and past. We like Christmas. Merry Christmas. From the first to the last.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. prickly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. Did I scare you when I did the neck? I love it when the little ones cry.
Thank you, and see you at the theater.